welcome to Dream by Design with Melissa Banks. This is the Women Who Shine series. This is where we celebrate women who are walking in their purpose, breaking barriers, and lighting the way for others. Each woman featured in this series has a story that reminds us of the power of faith, resilience, and determination. Today, we're shining the spotlight on Tekenya Johnson. Tekenya is an author, international speaker, and coach who has a journey that is not only inspiring, but also a beautiful reminder that when women shine, we give others permission to shine also. Thank you, Tekenya, for being here today and for sharing your light with us.
Thank you, Melissa, so much for sharing this sacred space with me on tonight. I am honored to be here and I am looking forward to this conversation with you.
I am too. I'm so excited to hear about your journey and all the great things that you do. Now, on this show, Tekenya, we start at the beginning. We want to hear about how the journey began. What was it? Was it a certain moment or a certain situation that started this journey for you that you've been on and continuing to let your light shine?
Well, Melissa, I am Tekenya Johnson. For those of you all who are tuning in, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an author, a coach, a mentor. But more than anything else, I am a woman who chose healing over hiding.
Hmm.
My journey has been one of faith under pressure. I've been rebuilding brick by brick by brick. I've been turning my pain into purpose. And today I shine not because my life has been easy. I shine because I refuse to quit.
I love that. I love that. Refuse to quit. And you've heard me say many times, I'm sure if you follow me, is that when quitting becomes an option, that's what you will do. So you have made up your mind that quitting is not an option. That means you're going to keep moving forward. I love it. I love it. I love it. So,
Yes.
Tekenya, talk to us about what it feels like being a woman who shines. When I think about that, I think about all the amazing women in my life that I look up to. My mother, for one, my mother just turned 91 years old. So I continue to look at her light and it encourages me to move forward. And just when I think about the great women that we're spotlighting now, I think women who shine, I get excited. It makes me want to smile. So talk to me about how it is for you. How does that resonate for you to allow people to just see your light in this space that we're in today?
Well, Melissa, for me, like shining my light is a part of my resilience. See, resilience for me is like discipline in the dark. Like it's showing up when no one is clapping for me. It's choosing my obedience to God over the ego. Like it's trusting God when you can't even trace him. See, I had to wake up every morning and I had to be strong for Tekenya. I had to become strong by surviving seasons that were designed to make me shrink. See, it's just like in Jeremiah 29. I did this video a few days ago and I was talking about the people, they had brought the people into Babylon. See, Babylon is just like some of the seasons that we all go through in life. See, Jeremiah was the prophet who told the people what God told him to tell the people. He said, tell them to go and settle into this place. See, in this place, in these seasons, sometimes they were uncomfortable for me. And there were seasons where I had to plant seeds. I still had to grow in those seasons. I still had to show up in those seasons. He told the people to go and get married, then have children, then pray for the city. So that for me, that meant pray for the city. That means pray for the season that you're in. And see, my resilience in those tough seasons in my life, that's where my shine begins. Not because it was easy or because I'm trying to be this loud, vocal person. I want people to see me. My shine comes in because I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I had to keep showing up. And so by me showing up, I'm also helping other women to show up because everybody has a voice. I remember when people tried to take my voice away from me because they say, you don't have nothing to say. I mean, what have you been through? But let me tell you what I've been through. And so I began to tell people what I had gone through. And so they could better understand who I was as a person.
No, absolutely. Love, love, love that. I want to make sure that people got what you just said. Even though the season didn't look great, the season didn't feel great, you kept showing up. And you reminded us to pray in the season that you're in and not to
Mm-hmm.
give up. And I want to make sure people hear that, because sometimes we're waiting for it to get better. No, you don't wait for it to get better to start believing. You start believing in it. And that's what you just shared with us. That was powerful, powerful, powerful. Thank you for that. Now, to
Yes.
Kenya, I've been on my entrepreneur journey over 26 years. But what I do know that every journey has some challenges, some challenges in there. Can you share with us a moment that you were tested, that you maybe you even doubted yourself in that moment, and then share with us what gave you the strength to rise above it?
So yeah, there were some challenges throughout my journey. You're talking about a woman who's been married for 26 years, right? I still had to show up in my marriage, even when I didn't even know how to navigate in my marriage. I still had to show up because even in leadership, yeah, I was bleeding in some seasons, but guess what? I still had to show up. You're talking about being a CEO of a company. You're talking about maybe being a supervisor at work. I still had to show up, even though I was healing in those seasons. Those were challenging moments for me, but I still had to show up for people who were looking for me on my job, who were looking for me on my entrepreneurship, people in my mentorship program. I was healing, but I still had to lead others and show others the way. So for me, some challenges were I was betrayed a lot in a lot of friendships that I had. I was betrayed by family members. There was a lot of betrayal on my jobs because people see your life. A lot of times people see you before you see you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people try and stop you from getting to your destination. But when God has a plan for your life, there is no challenge, there's nothing that can stop you from God getting you to where you need to be. So a lot of challenges that stopped me, but it also made me who I am today, which is why I can talk, I can speak, I can pray about it. I can speak before people because I've gone through the challenges.
And you're standing here to share it. You know what, to Kenya, I hope that everybody that's listening, picking up on, listen, this was not no smooth sailing. I was going through some stuff, but that's it. I was still standing in it. I was still believing. I was still moving. I was still doing what I needed to do because God has a plan. Hear that. That makes you, that's a screaming moment, as they say right there, that God has a plan.
Yes, and also, Melissa, this I had to realize that God never wastes his pain. Like
Woo.
he repurposes it. What tried to break me in those challenging moments actually became a blueprint, is why I can help women now to rebuild their lives. So my challenges were my blueprint.
Wow, love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Let me reset right here just to Kenya. If you're just joining us, this is the Dream by Design with Melissa Banks show, and tonight we're having our Women Who Shine series. Our guest today is Tekenya Johnson. Tekenya is an author, international speaker, coach, and mentor. Okay, Tekenya, let's talk about when women win. Let's talk about some wins, right? When women win, sometimes we typically will mention our wins, but we don't really celebrate our wins big. Sometimes we downplay them either because of other people or maybe because of ourselves. I know some women that just don't feel comfortable celebrating themselves. But I'm one of those women say even celebrate the little stuff and before you move to the next thing. I believe in celebrating. So what we want to do, we want to take a moment and celebrate with you. So share with us a moment. It was an achievement. You were excited about it. You felt really proud of it, and it makes you excited all over again when you think about it. Share that moment with us so that we can celebrate with you.
I think I would celebrate. It was through my healing journey. Like God showed up when things were trying to break me and how that blueprint became. See, I do a series that's called the Healing and Love series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I bring people on the platform and we talk about that. That's one of the, I was going through the healing journey
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't always have people to show up for me. But like you, Melissa, you're showing up for me. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm actually doing what I'm purposed to do here in the earth. So moments like in my marriage when my husband can say, baby, you did a great job on standing there to teach other women how to navigate in their marriage. Things like that, that makes me feel good, Melissa.
Mhm.
There were moments when I stood in South Africa and I stood up and I did a testimony at the University of South Africa because I'm a girl who doesn't come from a background with all the degrees. Like I
Mhm.
have a degree, but I don't have all the degrees. And sometimes it used to make me feel bad until I got into environments that understood my path in life and what I had to offer. See, I was the girl who a lot of people didn't want me to sit at their table because I wasn't fancy enough for them.
Mhm.
And so for me, God always has a purpose and a plan for your life, and He's going to put you exactly where you need to be, around the people that you need to be around, so that your light can shine. So, some of my moments that I celebrate are like when I went to Paris, France, and I'm standing next to people who now read my books and they can get information out of my books that can help them with their lives. That can help them in classrooms to teach students in their classroom. Those are big celebrating moments because a girl like me wasn't even supposed to be in those rooms, but God chose me to be in those rooms for His purpose, for being here in the earth. And so, yes, I celebrate myself, not out of arrogance, but because I know God has a plan for my life.
Woo, absolutely. We celebrate you too on this show, Tekenya. You're pouring into us, and everybody that hears this will be uplifted and think of you and your journey. So we applaud you right now, and we celebrate you big. Thank you for pouring into us in that moment. So,
Thank you, Melissa.
Tekenya, on the days that sometimes your dream feels heavy, I know that some days my dream feels heavy, and I said, Lord, I'm tired today. Sometimes it does feel heavy, or maybe sometimes the world noise. We get up in the same world everybody else gets up in. So sometimes the world noise is loud, and the dream is heavy, and but you still got to stay focused. You still have to motivate yourself. How do you uh, keep shining in those moments and keep focused on your goals and dreams?
Well, Melissa, I do a lot of meditating. I do a lot of prayer. I do a lot of affirmations. I look in the mirror at myself a lot, and I do a lot of affirmations, and I have to speak life into myself. Even when circumstances and things around me, it don't look good, it don't feel good, but I still have to speak life into myself. When nobody else can speak life into me, like I still have to look in that mirror. But listen, I take a mirror everywhere I go. A mirror is right here because I'm speaking life. I have to speak life into myself. And I even love when you do the affirmations because that to me says I'm affirming the beauty, love, and value that God placed inside of me. And so, yes, I have to speak those things over my life. Even when I don't look good, I don't feel good, I still have to speak life. I take rest moments when I need, because rest, it's a commandment. God says, rest some, baby. Just lay down for a minute. Get your mind, your thoughts together. Take a day off. I go and pamper myself. I do things that will uplift me, but I also take that rest, that moment to just sit back, relax, chill, get myself together. But I'm going to always speak those affirmations over my
Mm,
life.
absolutely.
Always.
To me, Kenya, once I can be feeling really heavy and really not in a good place, and when I begin to speak them, and everybody knows how I believe in affirmations, but I can just feel them as I begin to say them out loud. You have to say them out loud so that I can
Yes.
feel them, and it changes everything. And I thank you for that because I definitely agree with you there. So, to Kenya, I want you to take a moment here and speak to the women that will hear this episode. But there may be a woman listening that is just stuck. She has a dream, but she's stuck and she's too afraid to step out into that dream. She don't know what to do. She's trying to find the right moment. She's trying to get approval from other people. Talk to her about that and about having that she has everything inside of her. She already has everything she needs to step out and shine.
Mm. So, to the woman who is listening and who may be viewing this, I would say to you, don't let your painful seasons convince you that your life has lost its purpose. See, some of the most beautiful things that we grow through and we go through in life, God is using that underground, like it's that dirt in that dark place. He's forming us, right? That seed that he's planted inside of us is forming. He's mixing stuff around. He's forming those roots in our lives so that we can heal. So be patient with yourself. What tried to break you may have actually been preparing you for your shine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love, love, love it. You're being prepared. I believe that to my core. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, Tekenya, what would you say? Um, what do you hope that people will look at your life, your journey, how they feel when they see it, what they can be inspired from by you, by the example that you set for us?
Melissa, I help women to push. I guess you can consider me a spiritual midwife or a doula, right? So I'm here in people's lives, and a legacy that I would like to leave here in the earth is one as a spiritual midwife and a doula, because I help to push that purpose out of people. Like, I don't give you the purpose, I just help you to birth what's already inside of you. And so what I would want to leave is that all of us are pregnant with a dream. We're pregnant with a vision inside of us. That's man and woman. You're pregnant with something on the inside of you. And see, your vision matters. And so don't be afraid to push, even in your delivery moments, and just walk with them through that process. And so that's what I do.
Awesome. I love, love, love that. This has been such an amazing conversation, Tekenya. You have blessed us this day. You hear me? I'm so excited about it. I want you to say some final words to our audience and then let them know how they can stay connected to you. What can they support?
Yes, you can follow me on all social media platforms as Tekenya K. Johnson, either certified transformation life coach. My website is tekenyakjohnson.com. Any speaking engagements that you would like for me to speak at, you can purchase books on my website. You can purchase boutique items on my website as well. And yes, that's it.
Thank you so much, Tekenya, for being here today. Thank you for sharing your light with us. Thank you to our audience for joining us for today's episode of Dream by Design with Melissa Banks, the Women Who Shine series. This is a reminder that no matter where you start, we all have the ability to rise, to dream, and to shine. So, to everyone watching, I hope you feel encouraged and inspired to keep pushing toward your purpose. I'm your host, Melissa Banks. Remember, your light is needed, your voice matters, and your shine is powerful. Until next time, keep shining.